So here you can see the short, where actually is a better view. Yeah, so I am short currently about 5,500 shares, I guess you can say coins. And I'm looking to cover right here near the major support level. This is roughly the third dip coming in, so I would like to get out as soon as possible. This looks like it might hold, maybe do a double bottom, but let's see if we can get out. Do post only, and I like to reduce only just in case my position is too big. So let's see if we can crack this one more time. That'd be really, really nice. And then I'll probably close out the position. Yeah, this looks good. Whoop, what was that? And I am fully out at 5,600. Wait, submitted by order. Oh yeah, okay. And the reduce only, just makes sure you get out of that position amount that you had short, so I don't actually end up buying anymore. Although right now might be a pretty good time to buy, take the reverse of a trade. I mean, typically if you're closing out a trade, it would be a good time to get back into a trade. Take the opposite, but that's pretty quick trading and something I typically avoid. And you can see here, I also wanted to show you guys the account balance. I'm always trading with a pretty small account. I mean, I always remove the money. I don't let it go over 3,000. I just started over around 1,000 again, and I'm doing margin trading only because I really, really like how it shows you your position. That doesn't usually show. If you are making an exchange trade, this usually will not show, and that's why I really, really like the margin, because I find it very helpful. Now, I mean, it's also useful if you have a smaller account size, but I don't recommend, you putting all your money into a margin account and then, maximizing that 3.3 times leverage. It's very dangerous and just definitely not recommended. I only do it because I do like this position thing. Like I said before, I could easily just put 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, however much I want in the exchange. I could trade with that, but it's a lot more work to kind of figure out what your position is doing. So I really do enjoy that about Bitfinex, and this is why I use Bitfinex. So this is definitely one of my better trades of the week, which is pretty nice. I had a pretty bumpy start. Actually, the whole first half of the week I didn't trade at all. Yesterday I kind of had about $100 loss. I made some good ones, made some bad ones, but I just changed the background of my screen to really depict this because I had such a bad loss yesterday, and I'll talk about that in the weekly review. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about it in the weekly review. So I made my background manage your risk, and it's because sometimes I don't cut my losses quick enough, and that is really, really stressful, especially when you have your stop losses. Actually the mistake though last time wasn't 100% my fault. I had internet issues. I couldn't get out in time. I don't want to blame it on anything else. In theory, I could have made a stop loss, but basically I had an order and the price shot through, and then my internet died, and I refreshed the screen, and it said this site cannot be reached, or whatever it says, and that was pretty stressful. When I logged back in, I had a pretty nice like $200 loss, $250 loss. But yeah, I just wanted to record this one just to show you guys. I unfortunately didn't start the recording when I was looking for the entry. I made two small entries along the way. I got out of them right away. One was like a $50 loss. The other one was, I think, a $100 loss, $150 loss. But then the big one was the really, really nice, I don't know, $700, $800 win, I think. I'll have to figure that out. Cool, guys. That's all I wanted to show. I hope everyone's making some good trades out there. I'll see you in the chat room. Ciao, ciao. So here I'm doing another potential short. I'm looking for Ripple to break down from this kind of channel, this ascending channel, and ideally it would be nice to get an entry up here. It's kind of rare that it keeps going this long, and I think it's going to be breaking down here, but we'll see what happens. It's usually much nicer to get a better entry or get a confirmation. Sometimes what I really like is see a breakout, and then sometimes you'll see a bounce back, kind of a resist or a breakdown bounce, I call it, which looks like we might have one on our hands. Unfortunately, I'm not in this position. I had my order set for here, but I guess we'll see what happens. Sorry guys, I have a few chats open right now. Yeah, this would be a really, really nice position to take. It looks like we're having a little breakout. It's going to be kind of tricky to trade with this platform sometimes. It always asks if you want to go over the amount, but looks like we're having a pretty nice breakdown confirmation right now. If I could just sneak an order in, that'd be super nice, but we'll see. I'm not going to chase it much further. One little pop back would be all we need, but it looks like the train has kind of left the station. Oh, we might have a little rebound here. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm officially in the trade, as you can see here. Let's see. 5,000 XRP. I could have done a bit more, but this is a bit risky trade, as this is a very, very bullish run so far, so I wouldn't be surprised if we even had a second breakout. So I'm not trying to put all my eggs in one basket, but I do really believe we can break out from this bear flag here, so let's see what happens. This is where the patience comes in. A lot of times I get out of trades way too early, but as you saw with the last trade, I was able to wait this one through and this one through, and I actually sold almost at the perfect bottom, which isn't always the case, so it's nice when it does happen. Usually I'll kind of get faked out, or I just get out too early. This is also something we have to watch out. This could be a double bottom, right? You can see that, oh, wrong chart. You can see that here. In theory, there could be a bounce, but it looks like it was a pretty nice breakdown. So now we have the runner. And again, this is what I was talking about with the positions. This is something you don't get with the exchange. I used to only trade the exchange since I don't like using margin, but I have switched my account over to a margin account simply because I really, really like the fact that you have your profit and loss here, you have your P&L, and you have this cool button, close this position with a market order, which always comes in handy. You never know how far something's going to run. Okay, let me quickly focus on getting out. This would be a nice exit around the 607. 60. This is exactly where I want it. Reduce position 5,000. It looks like I missed it by. Let's see how hard it bounces back up. I'll close this position for now. That's funny. It exactly went where I wanted to get out too. Let's even go a bit lower. However, again, like I said, I don't want to be in this trade too long. So let's see what we can do here. I would already be super happy with an exit right here. Looks like this might go down a bit further. We got our second crash. So this is a prime example where I probably would have got out too early, but again, I don't want to get greedy. I do want to get out as soon as possible. It's already at a better position than I was hoping for. This is not updating for some reason. Cancelled. Trying to get out. And now you guys know why sometimes I don't get out of these positions in time. I'm not trying to blame it on anyone, but I have to get used to this interface. It's a bit tricky. See, I could have got out in this trade here. This is... I'll stop talking for now until I get out. Perfect. I got out. Maybe I got out too early. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. Small, 250. I guess not too small. It was still a pretty nice gain overall. There you go. I mean, that's why I get in and out of these positions really quickly. Some people are, wondering, Alex, you only hold, for a few minutes or 10 to 15. Typically my trades go over an hour though, and ideally actually my best trades are typically swing trades, but when you have volatility like this, XRP was up over 60%. It actually surpassed Ethereum. So these moments you don't have to hold very long, because you're basically going to know if you were right or wrong within a few minutes. As you saw here, when the price dipped, got out pretty much. I mean, entered the position as I said ahead of time. I was looking for the retest, and that's exactly what happened. That's everything I want to share for this trade. I wanted to get the whole trade live this time, unlike the last one, just so you could see my thought process from the beginning to the end. Cool guys, see you in the chat room. Ciao, ciao.